What's up, everybody? Three and a possible. The NFL season starts this week.
Yes,
It's about
sir.
time. About time. We got the Cowboys. Cowboys and Bucks on Thursday to kick us off. We got a little NBA news to discuss, but the majority of our show will be dedicated to the NFL. We had college football back this weekend, packed stadiums. Nice to see. Not sure about what the consequences of that are going to be, but we're all gonna hope for the best. So let's get the NBA stuff out the way real quick before we get to the main event, the NFL. The Brooklyn Nets decided to trade DeAndre Jordan to the Pistons for Jahlil Okafor and Sekou Doumbouya. Hope I'm saying that remotely close to correct. And then the more probably impactful news, they signed LaMarcus Aldridge as well. DeAndre Jordan then agreed to a buyout and signed with the Lakers. So the two most talked about teams made some minor additions, but they might end up being something. So let's start with the Nets. Does Aldridge plus Okafor plus Sekou do anything in terms of overall impact for the Nets in your guys' opinions? Does it change where you have them kind of ranked in we did our power rankings a few weeks ago? No, yes. Joe, what'd you think?
Not really. I still think they're the best team in the East. I mean, Aldridge is definitely going to help. If he can play, that's a nice little piece to have because he's going to get some. He's not going to play defense, but he can get you some buckets if you need it.
Oh, I knew I was missing a piece too. Playing. Sorry to cut you off, Joe. Also, they signed Paul Millsap. I knew I was forgetting.
That's what it was.
They signed Paul Millsap as well.
Yeah.
Paul Millsap add that into the Nets landscape. So go ahead.
Ooh, and Paul Millsap is pretty nice. That's like LaMarcus Aldridge as well, but yeah, they're just still the best team in the East. I mean, it don't really change much, but it definitely gives them more depth, which they did not have in the playoffs last year. So that's going to be helpful there. But what can they really do? I don't know what they're going to really do that much. They're going to give you 10 points, maybe 10, 12 points. That's all you really need from them.
Yeah, they're not going to ask a ton of those guys at this stage in their careers. But Devion, what'd you think?
Millsap was a good move. I don't think Aldridge. I'm not sold on him yet because then supposed to have some like
he had the same thing that he had the same heart issue that Chris Bosh had. Yeah, so he got a second opinion. The doctor said they think he's fine to play. I don't know, at 36 and done all the things that he's done in his career. I don't know if I'd quite want to risk that, but.
You do whatever you want. They do whatever they can to get a ring. So.
He's not gonna let it happen if it was that serious.
Nah, so I don't know. I'm not sold on LaMarcus yet until probably like halfway through the season to see if he can even make it that far. Millsap is, I think that's a more impactful move because I think if they don't get LaMarcus or something happens with him, he's a good replacement. So in the playoffs, I think he'll be decent. Because you only need like 10 points from him. And then he averaged like 9 or 10 points last year or something. That's all you really need from him. So.
Millsap averaged about 9. Yeah. I think Aldridge was more like 12, 15. But he was still one of the first couple 3 options on San Antonio.
Millsap was barely playing.
Yeah, but it still would be decent because DeAndre Jordan's gone now. So it's just like at least Paul Millsap can kind of do like in and out and he can try to fill that void. I don't think it's going to really matter, but I'm just being real. I don't really think it's going to matter with them. They just – it's extra bodies in case people get hurt. People get hurt like they did last year. Just throw somebody in there. Now you got vets who can take over, get you those points you missing. Maybe that's their thought process.
Yeah, to me, it's a lot of big names to do nothing. It's not – we're not in 2015 where these guys are like big impact players. They're big names because of what they've accomplished in the NBA, and they're all very well accomplished. Aldridge and Millsap are probably going to – at least Aldridge will probably make the Hall of Fame. So, like, there's there's something there. But, like, he's not that guy anymore. So,
facts.
I don't know. Like, the thing that I get – because I've seen a lot of – people getting excited about this, and I just don't quite understand the excitement with it. Like their issue last year when they went up against the Bucks wasn't that they didn't have enough big, slow bigs that couldn't
Injuries.
guard Giannis. Like that. Like it just seems like it's still that's still going to be an issue. They still only really have Claxton that
Yep.
seemed to be able to be serviceable in a matchup against the Bucks. That's who I think they got to be thinking about.
He getting 40 against him,
So
so he gonna get. They just replaced injuries with more maybe injury prone players. They still in the same
Right.
position. It's good for fan ratings though. Like they're gonna sell more seats now because of bigger
yeah,
names. That's it. And I'm cool with that.
the thing that
That's all that matters.
I would have liked to
Real
see
talk.
them try and find somebody more to upgrade Bruce Brown. Like a 3-and-D
that'd be
type of
dope.
player.
Mhm.
That's the upgrade that I think they kind of needed because while Bruce Brown gave them a lot defensively in the playoffs against the Bucks, he was such a liability on offense that it became hard to kind of keep him in the game because they just would literally they were putting like Giannis or Brick Lopez on Bruce Brown
Yeah.
and they were just
Real
camping the
talk.
lane. So, you can replace Bruce Brown with an Aldridge or a Millsap, and then they can't use that defensively. But who's going to guard besides KD on that team?
Man, bro,
Facts.
they go.
I mean, like they don't have any defenders, and
they gonna have to do like I guess they're gonna have to like do like a prove the model. Go in there and show like these guys still can ball, package them up before the deadline and go ship them out. Because if not, it's just like real talk, bro. Like who the hell? Like who are they gonna
like
guard? Like
it's
real
not
talk,
that
who are
they're
they gonna
bad. It's
guard?
not that they're bad players. It's just like I don't know that like it's not like the Nets were lacking offense.
Hey, they just keep getting more
like
points. You're right. They're just trying to add points.
6'7", 6'8", and LaMarcus with like 6'9", 6'10".
6'10", 6'11",
6'10",
and they gonna have to
close
guard who you said.
Yeah.
They gonna have to guard Giannis, bro. The people they gotta beat, they over with.
Repeat it. Like it's not like the Nets have no prayer of going to the finals. Like they're obviously probably the most or second most talented team in the NBA to the Lakers. It's just a matter of getting the extra pieces that fit them better. I just don't think that those moves did that. So whatever. Let's talk about your Lakers though. DeAndre Jordan.
Yes, sir.
What do you guys think? Is that a big move for you guys, or is that kind of nothing? What do you think, Joe? Start it off.
It's pretty much nothing because it doesn't make sense to me when you have Dwight Howard there. Like you brought Dwight Howard back. Do you really need DeAndre Jordan, another offensive liability? Can't shoot free throws. I like what Dwight Howard did last time he was with the Lakers. I think he's gonna have that same energy because I think he plays off of LeBron pretty well for some reason. He just seems like he's having fun out there, but he's not that same goofy ass do something stupid unless he's playing the Miami Heat. He ain't gonna do nothing too stupid. But I like Dwight Howard when he plays with the Lakers. When he's with anybody else, it don't seem to. He's just not that same dude. So I don't know why they got DeAndre Jordan. I guess it's y'all old, so somebody may get hurt.
That's because
it seems like DeAndre Jordan's really well liked, though. It seems like have you heard any NBA player ever say anything negative about as flawed of a player as DeAndre? Like everyone seems to love him. So
besides Mark,
maybe it's a chemistry. Right. Salty. Forgot about that.
Oh, that's funny.
He straight dipped on that.
He said, yeah, never mind. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm cool.
That boy went to his house and he was like, I'm not answering. I'm weak.
That's funny. Yo.
That ring
All right, Devion. DeAndre Jordan to your Lakers. What to do?
Well, it's going to be, I guess, for the second unit, like, they could throw some lobs and give us some type. I think they just go use him for defense. And he gonna use them for fouls because I'm not so like Dwight. I will give him that when he plays for the Lakers, he does a little bit better, but he's still a fuck up too. So I don't like for real. Like Dwight is an idiot. Like, but and the thing about Dwight too, he's gonna go. He will have 10 really good games straight, and then those next 10 games, I'm like, all right, DeAndre, go ahead, showcase your talent.
Your turn.
Yeah, but I don't. Besides like defense, and youth, it'll be cool. And then I guess it helps that you like the player. It's gonna be fun when like Westbrook throwing him lobs and you know. So I don't know. Yeah,
My thing with the
I
Lakers
don't
is
know.
it's just I don't understand the vision with all these pieces the Lakers throwing together. That's kind of my issue. In what what team in 2021 feels the need to have Marc Gasol, Dwight Howard, and DeAndre Jordan all on it?
Oh god. Oh my
Like,
god.
why are you burning 3 roster spots
That's on some big slow ass
those
dudes.
3? You know,
They cheap
like
though.
you're
You
like
know.
what you guys are. They are, but it's just like I would prefer to have a little more flexibility with my
Yeah.
roster. But what I mean, and kind of what Joe you were saying, it just seems really redundant. Like you have Dwight.
Exactly.
What do
Same.
you need like the slightly worse version of Dwight for?
Dwight's
Like,
going
because
to
that's
fuck up.
essential.
Yeah, that's it. Dwight's gonna fuck up. So it's
Well,
one of them
yeah,
is
but I
not
mean,
gonna
like,
be
what?
there. Like one of them is
It's
not gonna be
DeAndre
there.
Jordan too. So like, it's not like
Yes.
DeAndre Jordan's just always been this model of consistency within the
God,
NBA.
he's a
Like, he's like
fucker
a
too.
40% free throw shooter. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's
He do
just
some stupid stuff on the court sometimes. He does.
No, he's dumb too, but it's
Uh,
I guess with Rondo, we gonna see Rondo,
uh,
like the floor general.
uh,
I
all
think
right. Let's
he
talk
can
about
do
that
something
too.
with
'Cause I
them.
think that's new from our last episode as well.
Yeah,
Rondo is returning to the Lakers.
I think
That's
Does
he'll
gonna
be
be
good.
nice.
Yeah, I think he's go like Dwight
Man,
or DeAndre Jordan with Rondo in like the second unit, even mixed in.
yeah.
He'll it ain't gonna be. It's gonna be a big liability like on offense besides like lobs and shit for real.
They got a lot of scorers, but they don't have any shooters. Like I don't know why people refuse to put shooters around LeBron. It makes no sense whatsoever. Like you got all these scorers.
Oh man.
What they gonna do? Who they gonna kick it out to when they penetrate the lane?
Wayne Ellington or
And
Kendrick
Malik
Nunn?
Monk? Or yeah, Kendrick Nunn. Yeah, come on, seriously.
Now
Kendrick Nunn don't play nice though.
that was the best pick in my opinion, besides like Westbrook.
And got him for cheap.
Now that was the
Some money.
best one besides Westbrook because Kendrick Nunn. I don't know if people forget like that boy's nice. he
Yes,
got
sir.
he nice and you salty too, so he nice though. But y'all don't need him. Y'all don't need him.
I'm
really.
happy. I'm happy that Nunn is moving on and like looks like he's gonna have a good role with the Lakers. I'm perfectly okay with Kendrick Nunn not being a Miami Heat player.
Y'all
this
did what
year.
y'all did with him.
I think,
Mhm.
yeah, like he was a good story. He
Mhm.
served his role while he was here, but the additions that have been brought in just kind of leave. It was pretty to me. You had to choose between Nunn or Hero.
Oh yeah.
You got an extra 2 years on Hero's rookie deal, so you go with Hero. They're functionally pretty similar. I think Hero can be a little better than Kendrick Nunn just because Nunn is undersized, but it's
Rondo
being
might
interesting.
not even that much.
I think the Lakers fans might. I don't want to see y'all disrespect Kendrick Nunn when he goes through his ups and downs. He is
He's definitely
not
up and
a
down.
consistent player.
Mm.
Like he is not the guy that's going to give you 15 every single night. You can pencil it in. Like some nights it's 30, some nights it's
Oh
8.
man, they're gonna treat him like KCP then.
No,
You better watch it.
Yeah,
but
and he is not going to play.
He's a better
He's not
version.
going to play a lick of defense.
No,
He
he's
will not
not.
play a drop of defense.
But
I mean, maybe it's something he works on and gets better at. But
Frank Vogel coaches defense.
yeah, but
at least he's got some bigs to clean up the messes he creates when he
Facts.
lets them into the lane. So that'll help.
You know why he
But-
there? He's jacking up threes. Like that is literally
That's
why he gonna be
scheming.
there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's jacking
Scoring
up
punch.
threes because like what our 3-point short is him. You said Wayne Ellington, Malik Monk was a decent 3-point shooter last year. It's
Yeah.
like 40%.
Ariza,
Ariza,
Yeah.
that's it. So, but
a lot of iffy 3-point
Spot.
shooters except
yeah,
for Ellington.
but
Yeah.
they played with us before, and I'm like I said, anybody I get from Miami, I'm cool with. No offense, because Miami, no matter how good those players are, you could be the biggest star in the world. You come over there, it seems like they're cool with stepping into their roles. So I'm cool, and LeBron
Good
ain't
point.
putting it, bro. LeBron ain't putting up with that nonsense. He got to play. Kendrick Nunn gonna have to play a little defense, bro. Because I can't imagine him and Rondo on the court at the same time. Like, oh my god, yeah, we gonna be good, bro. I ain't tripping. They ain't
Still
gonna be
best
there.
team.
Yeah, still best team in the West to me. It's still best.
Might not have the best record in the West by the end of the regular season, but I think by the end they'll figure out the rotation.
I changed. I think we'll be 4th seed. I be thinking about it more. I think we'll be like 4th or 5th seed, like by the end of the season. No, because I don't think it's gonna matter as much. It's just like it's gonna be positioning. Yeah, it's gonna be on position. The 5 seed we go run through. 4 or 5 seed we run through. The next one gonna be the hard one. Because I think with this roster, they kind of need to place themselves in like a something like that, where like the first round kind of like a warm up game, and it's not too tough. Because if we got like 3 hard series, I think I think our body's gonna break down. I'm just being real.
Yeah.
Like I think we literally have to ease our way into like the playoffs. It sounds weird, but I don't see it. I don't see us going. Golden State go against like Golden State, then somebody else, and then we gotta go against the Bucks or the Nets.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like something's gonna have to give. Like we gonna have to. I don't know, bro. We good though. Lakers, bro. Lakers. We get what's this number 19? What's week 17? That's 18. We got 18. Yeah.
18.
We're gonna have we're gonna have the most rings in ever after this year. So bye Celtics. Watch. But
that would be great. That would be great.
That's good. I've had my rant. Dwight Howard's still a bitch. He's cold, but he's still a bitch. And he's the coldest bitch ever, but he's cold. Fuck him. I gotta get them all out the way. Hold on, I gotta get all of them out the way. Marc Gasol is a liability, but I like him, so he is semi. Fuck him. All right, I got it. Oh, now we go to football. I just had to get that out before.
All right, you good?
Yeah, I had to get that out.
You're right.
That was a great transition.
Bro, I ain't calling nobody a bitch. I ain't calling nobody a bitch this time, bro. It ain't like me.
You just called Kevin Durant the coldest bitch in the world.
That's why I had to do it, because it's not like me not to call at least one person a bitch during the show.
You had to let it out.
Yeah, it's still on the tip of my tongue. So, but yeah, let's go into football. I'm still, you know, I got my time where I'm still.
Our favorite segment, Devion learns football.
Yes.
I got my pen. Look, I got my phone. I'm about to make some notes today. I got my notes. So what we doing? AFC North, which our prediction with the divisions. So I'm about to get my pen and start writing down, because y'all about to start talking in a different language.
All right.
And I don't know.
AFC North.
Go ahead, Will.
Ravens. All right. So yeah, we're gonna go division by division, pick winners, all the way down to wild cards and Super Bowl picks at the end. You know, the full NFL preview. You know what I'm saying? Joe, just like Devion, will learn a lot of things from me as we go throughout this season.
Please. We're gonna see.
Hey, before you start,
my fantasy team.
I thought about this. Yeah, we gotta make it like a little friendly wager to see who go get the most right, so we can king like we did with our fantasy league. So we got to king somebody on here. We got to.
I'm with it.
That's fine. We can do that.
Hey, Will reigning champion, so I can't say. I ain't got nothing to say to him.
I wasn't there though for that. That's why.
It's all good, Joe. You'll get introduced into the FanDuel group for fantasy basketball, and we'll try and get creative and do a show version of this somehow. But like Devion said, I dominated. It wasn't even close.
Boy, you did
dominated.
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 I was definitely
twice as many wins as anybody.
No, you.
I mean, y'all were fighting for second, third, but you know, by March I had
nothing, bro. I got second. I didn't even play half the games after a while.
I'm for
real. I got second. I didn't play half the game, and this low-key, he did stop playing games.
It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
It was that bad that you just stopped playing too?
Bro, who
didn't even care?
Who gets all this shit right with the weakest players? He hit every weak player every time. Like literally, I'm like, this is some bull. But I
could be watching the games.
No, bro. It ain't we watching the games. Like this fool literally. Like,
he watched the game.
I'm gonna take a risk on this guy today. I think he'll be all right. And this dude scored 35.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Rest, boy, fuck that. It made me mad again. Go back to that.
All right, back to football. Back to football. What did you say? AFC North, Devion?
Yeah, AFC North.
All right. So that's one of the most loaded divisions out there. So
Indeed.
we're gonna take a little time on this one. So I'm picking the Ravens, but I'm gonna acknowledge that this was real close for me. Ravens or Browns. The other two afterthoughts to me.
Wow. Disrespect.
It is a little
Here you
disrespectful
go,
to the
sir.
Steelers because the Steelers are the model of consistency, but no, not this year. I'm going Ravens because I think the Ravens got the most consistent play week in and week out. Lamar Jackson, you know what you're going to get from Lamar every single week. He's going to elevate their rushing attack. I think I felt a lot more confident before all the receivers got hurt before week 1.
Sure.
But I
Shit,
think
what receivers?
Rashad Bateman, that was a
Man.
nice little rookie in the draft. I think one of the ones I'm highest on. Sammy Watkins, you're good for about only 6 or 7 games with him, but I think
Right.
those 6 or 7 that he plays,
Exactly.
I think he's going to be fantastic and fits what I think you should put around Lamar Jackson. Just put a bunch of guys, like they already got it right with the tight ends, right? Like middle of the
Things are
field,
good, yes.
good. But then just surround that man with speed. Take that safety that they want to keep dropping into the box to prevent the running it, make them play too deep safety, and then just you're either gonna bring him in and dare Lamar to beat you down the field, which I think he's proven that he can do, or you're gonna play back and then they're just gonna run it down your throat. I think with the Browns, the thing that makes me hesitant on the Browns is I haven't seen them figure out how to use Odell in their offense yet. And that's so weird. And I don't think it's Odell's fault. I think Odell is a fantastic player, but they took off last year when Odell got hurt. They need to be able to incorporate him, and I think they're going to spend time focusing on that to make sure that they can make the run in the playoffs. But I think it might cost them a few games early. So I'm going slightly Ravens over Browns.
Ooh, I'm taking the Browns. I can't believe I'm doing it. I'm about to take the Browns.
Doesn't even sound right.
No, it doesn't. I'm not I don't have faith in Baker Mayfield, but I know they're going to run the ball, and they have a good defense. They're probably the most talented team in the league overall, offense and defensively. If they can run the ball and just keep from Baker Mayfield having to throw the ball 35 plus times a game, I think they're going to do pretty well in the regular season. And then I'm going to take the Ravens after. Actually, I'm going to take the Steelers. I'm going to take the Steelers after that.
Oh man.
Taking the Ravens third in the division.
Oh no.
I don't
Okay.
like the offense. I think it's stagnated. That Greg Roman, he's still running that same offense that he ran with Colin Kaepernick. People have caught up to that. And I just don't like the receivers. He doesn't have any receivers out there for real. Bateman, like you said, is a nice little pickup for a rookie, but how much is he really going to have an
He's
impact?
out. What I think
He's
they said
out
at
too,
least 4 or
exactly.
5
So
weeks to start the season, so that's going to be tough. He had to
it's
have
going to be tough.
groin surgery. That sounds awful.
Oh, yeah, he's not coming back.
Sound like you really picking Pittsburgh because you asking for a lot for the Browns to do to win.
No, the difference between the Browns and the Steelers is like the Steelers, they've got a lot of consistent pieces in terms of Mike Tomlin. He's never had a losing season.
Mm-hmm.
Big Ben's been there. You kind of know what he is. You know what to expect.
He's so
But
wishy-washy now, though.
the difference in talent between those two teams, like it's pretty drastic. The
It
Browns
is.
have a lot more talent than the Steelers do. It's just at the most key parts of a football team, head coach, GM, and quarterback, the Steelers have the proven commodities over the Browns.
So I like Najee Harris. I think Najee Harris is going to have a big season.
I just think the offensive line is too redone all in one offseason. I think that's gonna end up killing them against two really good defenses in the Browns and the Ravens.
So the Cleveland might have like a nice regular season run, maybe one playoff win. After that, they over with because of like the lack of
that's what I'm
components.
I mean, they're good enough to make a run. I think it's just a matter of Baker. It's literally they need Odell Beckham fully incorporated into their offense to be the truly explosive team that they can be. Because Baker's pretty much shown, I think, if Freddie Kitchens is not his head coach, he's a good quarterback.
He's a good quarterback, yes.
Like he
just can't
you can debate you can debate where he falls in the top 15, top 10, whatever, but he's a good quarterback. It's just there's better quarterbacks, but
That
whatever.
makes sense. All
right, Devion.
NFC North. Let's go to them. No,
NFC
let's
North.
go to NFC North. See what y'all say. All right. So before we go to that, so Cleveland and Pittsburgh for you, Cleveland and Baltimore with the Bavens in. So I'm gonna pay more attention to them. So I got my notes for those. Check. Now we're gonna go down to NFC North. I mean, I'm saying this is like being in college again, bro. Like, like that one sports, class. And well, I can't drop this class, so
You sure can't.
like I did in college. But
We're doing NFC North.
NFC North. I don't think we need to spend a ton of time on this one. This one's pretty
Packers.
Yeah, it's the Packers. That's
Rodgers too much, man. Packers. That's simple, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just because of Aaron Rodgers, because the defense isn't great.
Aaron Rodgers. I mean, they've got enough on defense. Like they got Jair Alexander, one of the best corners in the league. They got some good pass rushers, and I mean, all they've done since LaFleur got there is win 13 games every single year. So.
And then look at all the other quarterbacks in that division.
Yeah, like, Jared Goff, fuck no. Nope. Kirk Cousins, not a chance.
Hell no.
And Andy Dalton starting for the Bears, which I think is the correct decision. I'm going to say that again. I think it's the correct decision to start Andy Dalton over Justin Fields.
And they're going against Aaron Donald week 1.
Please don't kill Justin Fields in this rookie season.
Exactly. Please. And he already done said the game feels slow.
So what's so I paid attention a little bit about that. So what's that drama going on with Aaron Rodgers? Like, you think that's going to like affect anything, or it's just it's just hype?
He's going to try and ball out this year.
Ball out and dip, exactly.
Simple as that. I think pretty much everyone's at peace with it. It sounds like Jordan Love has made some good strides. The guy they drafted last draft to be, the guy who eventually replaces Aaron Rodgers. So I think everyone's pretty on board, except maybe Devontae Adams. Like, Aaron Rodgers is going to ball out this year. On to the next one next year.
Well,
noted.
Check.
Noted.
That's a big ass check.
Yeah. Hey, it's only one team I need to pay attention to. Green Bay. Right. So the rest of them weak, because I'm looking at it. I'm like,
they're not. The Bears aren't weak. Like the Bears,
yes, they are. No, I'm stopping you. I don't like not to ruin that. I don't.
They made
the Bears have made the playoffs 2 of the last 3 years.
They trash
with terrible quarterbacks. So their whole team is very good, just outside of quarterback and and their offensive line.
They're gonna sell a lot of tickets, a lot of hype, and then they're gonna do what they do best.
They ain't gonna sell tickets until they put Justin Fields out there. But I think they are smart, starting with Andy Dalton.
They are. I'm being biased here. I'm gonna get off that before people get mad at me. I'm gonna get off the Chicago teams.
All right, next division, Devion. Next division,
AFC West. Yeah. Ooh. So it's AFC West. Yeah, let's do that one.
Joe, you want to kick it off?
Man,
I think we all know who's gonna win the division.
Yeah, it's the Chiefs are definitely winning the division. Pat Mahomes definitely winning that division. But I think the Raiders are going to be pretty good this year. I think they're going to.
The Raiders,
they're going to give competition. They play the Chiefs well. They really do. They beat the Chiefs.
Not the only team they play well.
Years. Exactly, it's true. But I know, man. It's because of.
I think that division. We talked about it last time. I said that I think that division's pretty loaded.
Yeah. I think Justin Herbert's a little overrated. It's been 1 year. Let me see what he does.
He's very overrated. Exactly. Thank you for saying that, Joe.
And the Broncos got a good team. The defense is going to be good again. It's just quarterback.
Man, Joe, when I was going through, I was writing down my wild card picks before the show, and I was like, in my head, I was like, I really want to slot the Broncos in somewhere. But man, the AFC is loaded.
It's loaded. I was thinking about the same thing.
Loaded this year. It's so. We'll get to if I was able to fit them in or not, but yeah, like that division's very good. I think the Broncos come in second. I think the Chargers come in third, and the Raiders are going to be the Raiders. And
no faith in John Gruden?
No. I just like they still can't stop anybody. They can't stop anybody. I don't trust Derek Carr to go win me a game. I trust him not to screw up a game. But the issue is when you have a quarterback like that, that's like, okay, good game manager, won't lose it. You have to have a defense. Like, you have to be able to play defense.
They can't stop nobody.
Possess the ball. That's not the Raiders. I don't know why they've had their success against Kansas City, but I think that's more of an anomaly. It's like very reminiscent of back when Brady was still running the AFC East, and like my Dolphins would
We
suck
go crazy
most
every
years,
year.
but could beat the Patriots every year in Miami. Like very reminiscent of that.
Exactly, I agree with that.
So yeah, but that's
Man.
easy. Both
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I could have picked that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something else, bro.
Yeah, the team that's gone to 2 straight Super Bowls
Yeah.
with a 25-year-old quarterback. Yeah, they're probably
And
gonna
reloaded the offensive line. Like, yeah.
Uh,
Shit, that gonna be so good.
let's see. NFC West. Who y'all picking? The Rams.
Woo, man, this is a tough
That's the one. That's the one.
Y'all picking
Hey,
the Rams.
Nah, I can't do it.
I'm
I
picking
can't
the
do it.
Rams. I am
Really?
picking the Rams to win
Somebody's
the
gonna pick
NFC
them.
West. I think the
Man.
most underrated pickup potentially in NFL history has been Matthew Stafford to the Los Angeles Rams. I don't think people understand how good Matthew Stafford is. He's just been
It's
on
good.
dog shit teams in Detroit his whole career. You take that, you put him with that defense that was already probably I think by points scored was the
Yeah.
top defense last year.
Hmm.
They still got Aaron Donald. They still got Jalen Ramsey. Like
Nasty.
it's just
Nasty.
firepower on defense. And then now the Cam Akers injury hurts. He's
Big
out for the
time.
season. That hurts. But another underrated move, they trade for Sony Michel from the Patriots, who for whatever reason didn't want to keep utilizing him. But every time he gets on the field, he's good. I don't get it. I'm not also one to really be able to question Bill Belichick, but I think they're going to run the ball really well, and like Robert Woods was already putting up good numbers with Jared fucking Goff, who I think is terrible. You throw him in there now with Matthew Stafford along with Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson. I think is going to have a big kind of second year leap. I think that team's loaded. I think the Rams winning. I actually don't think it's that close.
Ooh, wow, really? Crazy.
Yeah,
I like the
everybody keeps
Rams.
saying that too. Everybody keeps saying
I like-
Stafford is
yeah.
so nice like that. Like everybody, like that's everybody. Because we in St. Louis, you know, we from here, and I'm like, dang, they ain't said nothing about nothing in the last feel like 15 years. That's what it feel like, and then they make it seem like this boy come over. It's like we got Tom Brady or something. Like for real.
He's in the top 5, 6, 7 quarterbacks in the
Absolutely.
league every single year.
He's a good quarterback, and you made a lot of good points, Will. I like the Rams a lot, but I don't have them winning the division. I don't think they're going to be a real good team because with Jared Goff, they made it to a freaking Super Bowl. So if you put Matthew Stafford on there, that's going to be nasty. But
all right, who you got?
Let's see what you go.
Russell, my boy, come on, man. I got to take Seattle. Just Russell Wilson, man. Top 3 quarterback in the league. I got to take Russell Wilson. I got to, and that defense is still going to be good. And it's obvious.
That defense is terrible.
It's going to get better.
You sound like a fan.
Terrible.
I hate the Seahawks.
He's a Rams fan. I can't believe he's not picking the fucking Rams.
It sounds like a fan response what he giving us.
Russell Wilson is something else, man. And I like DK Metcalf. He's going to make another leap. I mean, he's not the greatest. He kind of reminds me of Terrell Owens with his hands. The man can't catch. But he's progressing better and better. So I like this. I like Seattle.
You're not going to disrespect Terrell Owens on this show.
Terrell Owens can't catch.
That's one thing we're not going to do.
Man can't catch. He a Hall of Famer, top 5.
It's the second best receiver of all time.
Yeah, you may be right.
All right.
You may be right. Randy Moss is up there.
Clarify that. Randy Moss is not better.
Bruh, please.
Anyone that got a question if they're going to actually decide to play this year, not better. Sorry. You can't quit for like 2 random years.
You can quit when you're playing for the trash-ass Raiders like he was.
I mean, when he went to the Raiders, they were not too far removed from a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but they were still trash. But anyway, I think this is the top division too. I think it's going to be hella close. The Cardinals are going to be better. Kyler Murray's going to be good. I don't think he's going to be that good though, so that's why I got them at the bottom. 49ers, I think they're going to be back to that Super Bowl potential team. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is playing more than 6 games. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is playing more than 6 games this year.
Woo! That's a take.
Trey Lance is going to play. Trey Lance, as soon as it's a close game and he brings in Trey Lance and he completes a deep pass on a 3rd and 15 or something like that, it's a wrap. Because Jimmy Garoppolo couldn't do that in the Super Bowl. And they're going to see Trey Lance do it, it's a wrap. And he's mobile in practice. You guys using him in and out. The players are going to want Trey Lance. So
what do you think, Joe? What do you think about the whole idea that they might use both of them?
I think it's crazy. I mean, it's not like you got Taysom Hill out there. Like, Trey Lance is a quality quarterback. You can't just be pulling them out there for RPOs. That's crazy to me. Like, that's not college.
I mean,
like,
I'm
how
not
many
gonna.
snaps is he gonna get?
Kyle
20?
Shanahan is one of those guys I'm not going to doubt, but
Me either.
it sounds a little crazy. But you got to be a little crazy to be innovative.
But like, how many snaps do you expect?
Like
I'd be cool if it was like 3 to 5 times a game. But if you putting them out there for 20 snaps, that's crazy. That's like a whole different. The offensive line has to adjust.
I think it depends. Like, because I think there's an argument to be made, like how the Ravens kind of brought in Lamar, right, his rookie season before Flacco got hurt. Like, they would get Lamar anywhere between 10 to 20 snaps a game, like whether it was mostly just read option running plays.
Exactly.
But you're still like he's still getting to like see defenses, read defenses live, and I think there is value to that. So like I don't hate the idea. I don't think you need to make it purely running plays either, but I think we're going to see them both, and I think as long as they keep winning, which I think they will do a lot of winning, I don't see them changing it. Usually you make a change at quarterback because you need to take your team to a new level. Like take last year, for example, my Dolphins. People, for whatever reason, got really hyped up when the Dolphins beat the Jaguars and I can't remember who else, another not very good team, to get to 3-3. And then at their bye, the Dolphins said, nope, we're going to put Tua in because Tua could do more things than Ryan Fitzpatrick can. I don't know that the 49ers will ever be at like 3-3. Like I think they're going to be 4-1, 5-2, 6-2. Like it's going to be hard to make a change there. Like that's going to be tough, especially if they're using them both already. Like I don't know, that's going to be tough. But I think I got a similar lineup to you. I got the Cardinals finishing in last, mostly because I don't trust Cliff Kingsbury. I just don't think
I don't think he's a great coach yet either.
I don't think he moves the needle enough.
He's a cool guy, but can he coach?
He's got some creativity to him, but at the end of the day, I think sometimes his creativity gets in the way of being smart.
Lane Kiffin-ish.
Like just creative to be creative, not creative to be building an advantage for your team. I got Rams, 49ers, Seahawks third.
Wow.
But those two I could see flipping. I just think the 49ers are more complete.
They are more complete team. I'll give you that.
So who you got? Who's your number 2, Joe?
My number 2 was the Rams.
Yeah. It sound like
Seahawks one.
When we'll talk like this from past experience and not like our little best stuff, you might be switching you might switch your picks. I'm talking about you, Joe. I done got my head blessed like this. You gonna be a fan by the end of the thing, so
yeah, by the end of it.
By the end of it, you gonna be back to being a fan. Coming back home, baby.
I'm gonna try not to be.
I'm gonna go for the Rams anyway.
All right,
just we from here. I don't give a fuck.
I'm with the Rams. Hey.
So what is it? AFC South. I'm curious.
This is like a 2-headed monster here because the bottom 2 suck.
Who? Jacksonville and who?
Houston.
Deshaun Watson not going to even play, so you can just write them off.
I mean, they were terrible with Deshaun Watson last year.
Just scratch them off. If the game is on, change the channel. If they put a Texans game on, you should be pissed.
Devion, that's the note to take here. If the Texans appear on your television screen, flip it.
No. Call the station and say, don't put this shit on ever again. That's what you need to do.
Offensive.
Seriously.
Oh, my. This boy, Lil Duval not going to like that. So that Jacksonville. I just seen him make a bad
Jacksonville's a whole nother disgusting mess because they brought in Urban Meyer and he thinks he can run an NFL team like he ran Ohio State or University of Florida. Like you can't talk to grown men the way you talk to college kids. I mean, you just can't do that.
And no one needs to know that you put in consideration of people's COVID tests or vaccines. Like, just shut up. No one asked you that.
That's just a really dumb thing to divulge. We all know that. Like, we all know. Like, once the NFL said if an unvaxxed player spreads COVID amongst your team, you have to miss the game. You might have to forfeit. We all knew that was going to be a consideration.
Exactly.
You don't got to say it. I'm fine with them saying it.
I remember that.
Because right now I'm good with anything that pushes getting more people vaccinated. That's just my.
You just can't
say my opinion. But yeah, it was unnecessary to spread to everybody.
Bill Belichick, just don't answer.
Was that
No, Bill Belichick was equally as dumb and stupid because he was like trying to like undermine the effectiveness of the vaccine, which I don't
he was
like.
stupid.
Football's bigger than that right now.
Exactly.
But back to who's going to win the division, Joe. Who do you got? Titans or Colts?
I'm taking the Titans.
Titans.
I like Derrick Henry. I like Derrick Henry a lot, but I mean, I know they're not going to get far because they're going to run him into the ground. And Tannehill has proven to be a quality quarterback when you need him to do a couple things. Only reason I'm taking them over the Colts is Colts quarterback situation. Like that's a yeah. Well, when is he coming back?
They say he's going to play week 1.
They say he's playing week 1.
Yep.
We'll see.
He got past COVID, like he's back from off the COVID list, and the foot's good.
Better. Okay. I still don't like Carson Wentz that much. I think they would, they could have won with freaking Jacoby Brissett, in my opinion. I'm not a Carson Wentz fan.
That is one thing I will never understand. I'm grateful because he's now backing up Tua. But why they even went to Phillip Rivers over Jacoby Brissett makes no sense to me.
None.
Like they act like this man wasn't just about like in the MVP race before he got hurt that year that they gave him to start.
Yeah, and so the Colts are a pretty solid team though. The defense is going to be good. That offensive line is good.
Another one of those teams, top to bottom, one of the most talented in the whole NFL.
Facts, absolutely, I agree.
I'm also rocking with the Titans though. Firepower, Julio, AJ Brown, Derrick Henry, Tannehill. Like, say what you want about Tannehill. I think a lot of people have like tainted perceptions of Tannehill because of his time in Miami and just the inept fucking head coaches he was surrounded with, Adam Gase, Joe Philbin.
Oh, God,
but
Joe Philbin.
since he was playing for the Titans, he's been by numbers a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
Which is crazy to say.
Yeah, I mean, and then you add, and they've never really had weapons. Like they've had AJ Brown, who has emerged, and Jonnu Smith was a good tight end. But I mean, besides that, I mean, there hasn't been a lot there to work with. I don't know, man. I just think that offense is about to. They already, I think, averaging like 400 yards a game.
You tell me you can do a play action off of Derrick Henry and throw it to Julio Jones.
Or AJ Brown,
right? Yo, man, that's scary. That is scary. That defense was not as good as it usually was though last year. They're gonna have to fix that a little bit.
But it might not matter.
But it don't matter when you could run the ball like that because then you got time of possession. It don't matter. Mm-hmm. I got the ball.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy pick for y'all. See, sure, that wasn't exciting. What about NFC? What about NFC South? I'm gonna take a guess. Let me see who y'all gonna say. One person gonna say the Saints. Somebody gonna say the Buccaneers.
Joe?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Saints. Whoop. I'm taking the Saints. I am.
Famous Jameis.
Jameis Winston. Hey man, he threw 30 touchdowns and 5,000 yards. I think he threw 30 interceptions, but he has the perfect coach to limit those mistakes. And he sat there and watched Drew Brees for a year. I think it was a BS little stupid play to act like it was actually a quarterback battle. Taysom Hill was never going to be the starting quarterback. It was Jameis Winston for day one. And I think they're going to ball out. And the Bucs, only I'm not taking the Bucs. I know they brought everybody back, but everybody coming for
On the side note,
they also were not that fantastic in the regular season.
No, they weren't. They really weren't.
On a side note, Winston is hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. That dude is a natural comedian. Oh, man. That boy, I don't care what nobody say. That boy is hilarious. And he in a perfect city they go embrace his personality.
From the South too, so it's like perfect for him.
Yeah, bro. It's like he at home. That's hilarious. I'm gonna really watch them. But one of my best friends is a Saints fan, so I'm definitely gonna pay attention to them. Let's see, Joe. I mean, Willie Will. Who you picking?
You're right, Evan. You're right. I'm picking the Bucs.
Yeah.
I hate to do it. I hate to pick Tom Brady.
Knew it.
But
it's him.
I mean, it's just what they do. I think there's gonna be some pains for New Orleans early. Michael Thomas is out, it looks like, until their bye week.
Man, been out for a year and a half. Crazy.
So I'm a little worried with the pass catchers for Jameis. I think Jameis is going to work fine with Sean Payton, but I think like any new experiment, it's going to just take some time to find the right mix. Whereas the Bucks kind of did that last year. So I think that they're going to be starting off at a better rate, and I just don't think that the Saints catch up. But I think the Saints are a really good team. This might be like the last year of their window because they're eventually going to have to start trying to figure out a way to pay all these players, and they keep kicking the can down the line. Like,
bro, I'm glad you said that.
At some point, the check's going to come due.
Yeah, because I want to ask you. That's exactly what I was going to ask you. So, what you think that's going to do for like Tom Brady, the Bionic Man? What you think like after this year, if it does not go as planned? Like, what do you see happening with him? Do you think he's gonna actually retire?
That crazy motherfucker is gonna keep playing. That crazy bastard's just gonna keep playing.
Man is not leaving as a loser. That's for sure. If it's not a competitive team and he get blown out or something, he's not leaving like that.
Like, okay, so here's my thing with Tom Brady. So I obviously know how great this man was, right? Like I took this ass whipping for 20 years watching the Dolphins try and take down the Patriots, right? Like I'm very familiar. This Tom Brady is nowhere near the Tom Brady that ran the AFC East. Like, I'm sorry. Tom Brady last year was just he was just a pretty good quarterback. He was above average.
They should have lost to the Packers.
Great.
The Packers blew that game. And the defense helped out a lot because Tom Brady threw 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, 3 for the game, 2 in the fourth quarter. Like, it's just not the same Tom Brady. Like, Tom Brady, that everyone keeps like, oh, he's just defying age, and like he is, like he's played a lot longer, but to act like he's playing at like peak Tom Brady or even remotely close to it is a lie.
So he might be an injury or a bad season away from just being like.
I don't think he'll get injured, and the thing that makes Tom Brady good, and will honestly probably make him good until he decides to retire, is he's just smart. He's not going to force the ball down the field if he doesn't have to. He's not going to take the he's just going to he'll 4 and 5 yards you to death.
And Bruce Arians likes to have a quarterback that'll take a 7-step drop. Tom Brady's like, nah, F that. I'm not doing that. I'm getting rid of this ball.
And that was why they started off so rocky last year, is there was like the conflict of methods. Brady grew up under Belichick where it's like never get behind schedule, keep the team moving down the field, even if it's only 3 yards on first down. Make sure if we get to third down, it's 3rd and 3, not 3rd and 9. And it's just hard to stop any NFL team at that point.
That's smart.
So now you've got Tom Brady. He's kind of forcing that mentality onto Arians a little bit. And then he's got Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Gronk, Cameron Brate.
Yeah.
Three talented running backs. It's just hard to stop him from being it's going to be, if he was still in New England, he'd probably look really bad because like he was starting to kind of not look great.
And that team has nobody.
Yeah, they got no weapons for him. But now that he's got weapons again, he's going to be able to keep playing at least 3 more years, I think.
Damn, 3?
Dang.
If he wants to.
You think he's going to make
45?
You think he'll make 45? Wouldn't he be like the oldest quarterback ever to like at 45?
Somebody made it to 47, I want to say.
What the hell was that?
Back in like the old days.
And Joe Montana played in his 40s, didn't he?
Yeah, but I don't know.
I think he played to 42. I think 40's already past Montana.
Yeah.
45? Sheesh. Well, I don't know. It's Tom Brady. His legacy gonna keep him going through for a while anyways, too. He's like the Drake of football to me.
Not the Drake of football. Yeah. That's one.
They won't get him, Charlotte.
George Blanda. George Blanda.
Yeah.
Played till he was 48.
48.
Damn.
I don't know who the hell that is.
And that's old school football too. Like he was getting clotheslined, tackled by the face mask.
And they ain't have good doctors or probably good health insurance back then. So shout out to him and his body.
Had pills at halftime. Say grab a pill. You good.
All right. So I think these are gonna be the last 2 exciting ones. I know we'll go be fans and you gonna be a fan.
You know that.
So let's start off with William. What is it? AFC East?
AFC East.
Yeah.
If he put the Dolphins, I'm gonna turn my phone off. I'm just gonna close my laptop. Just straight close this shit.
While I think it is possible that the Dolphins win the East, I am gonna still pick the Bills. I think the Bills won 13 games last year, I think. Dolphins got some work to do. I think the Dolphins can win it, and I won't be shocked if they do. But I do want to make this very clear because apparently the Patriots are a threat this year.
Why?
I don't see it. But I've seen a lot of people thinking, "Oh, the Patriots might be able to make a nice playoff run this year." I'm like, well, I think you're pretty stupid. But anyways, I think the Bills win. I think the Dolphins come in second, Patriots in third, and then the Jets, I think, made a lot of good starts to their rebuild, but they're going to come in last because they're just the talent gap there is pretty wide still.
And they're so young. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, so I think the Bills win it. I'm not as sold on the Bills as I think everybody is. I've never seen a player have just one good season and then get like written into stone that he's going to be an MVP candidate year in and year out for Josh Allen.
Crazy.
Like, as good as he was, and a lot of that I think was just more they put Stephon Diggs on his team more than it was Josh Allen all of a sudden like flipped a switch. Like, I've still seen plenty of really dumb, boneheaded plays, wildly inaccurate throws from Josh Allen. I'm just like, yeah, I think he's probably still going to be good because they still got Stephon Diggs, and Stephon Diggs is still going to be wide open all the time. But I'm not sold that they're just this lock. I think the Dolphins can get them if the offensive line is just not terrible.
I agree with your standings, but I'm definitely taking the Bills because of Stephon Diggs and that defense. I mean, like, I agree with everything what you said about Josh Allen, but Stephon Diggs is just something else. Like, I don't know how Kirk Cousins couldn't make it work with Stephon Diggs, but as soon as he goes to the Bills, he makes Josh Allen an MVP candidate. And then that defense is so damn good. That front seven is crazy. They can lock you up on the outside too.
I think the defense is overrated. I think the defense is living off of 2 years ago. They lost a lot of people going into last season, and the defense against any metric, the defense was not good last year. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. 2 years ago, it was elite. But the issue is they lost a lot of important players, but not glamour players. Like, not people that get a lot of love.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they lost a bunch of guys on the inside of their defensive line that really helped. You know, like Tre'Davious White looked like he was a stud, yeah. like Gilmore, Ramsey, Xavier Howard type of corner. Last year kind of took him down a tier for me. He's still really good. Like, still
locked down corner.
But without the pass rush, he didn't look as dominant as some of the other guys.
Definitely need that pass rush again next year. I agree with that.
So,
but they're young too. They got some young talent on that D line. If they actually develop, it's going to be good.
They got one of the steals of the draft to me in getting Gregory Rousseau, defensive end out of University of Miami. I don't know how he quite fell that far, but he's got the opportunity to kind of bring back that defense to its 18 levels where they just get after you.
Man, and it totally fits that mode too, that Buffalo mode.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
So I hate to see a Miami guy go to Buffalo too.
Man,
one that I really like, but we got the other one. We got the better one, Jalen. But yeah, all right. So we agree on the AFC East.
Hey, hold on.
I know we're gonna disagree on this next one, the finale.
Look, give y'all a hand. I know who you picking. I'm just curious who you gonna pick, Will. So NFC East. And the funny thing about this, I am not a big football fan, but I guarantee in a barbershop, anytime I walk somewhere, this is the one division I hear the most people argue about.
That's a great point.
Like, I never Philly. So if I'm an outside looking in, the only one the Washington football team, nobody's gonna really talk about them. But the Eagles fans, I lived in New York, bro. The Giants fans are a different animal. Oh my God. But Dallas, like, they think like God is literally gonna sprinkle that Jesus water on them and they just go get what they get every year. Between those three, that's a three different animals. You go pick Dallas. Who you go pick? Let's go with Will first. I don't want to hear you, Joe.
I don't know. Let Joe have his moment.
Joe,
here.
I know who he go pick.
Go ahead.
I know.
All right, so let's get it out the way.
I'm picking Dallas.
I know.
I'm picking Dallas.
Who you pick?
I'm picking the Washington football team. I like their defense. Their defense, they got the best defense in the league. They got the best defense. They're gonna run that ball with Antonio Gibson. They got some decent receivers. McLaurin is pretty good. I like him a lot. It's
Kurt
just
Samuel they brought in.
yeah. Oh, I forgot about Curtis Samuels. I think he's going to develop into a pretty good number 2 receiver in the league. Fitzmagic is the question. That is the question. Insane. Yeah, that's going to be tough. But and I know a lot of people are bringing out, well, if Fitzmagic doesn't work, you can bring in Cam Newton as a backup. But I don't think Ron Rivera wants Cam Newton. He had a chance to get him last year before Cam Newton went to the Patriots, and he stuck with Kyle Allen.
Well, but they also had Dwayne Haskins, who they still needed to kind of see. Like it made more sense last
and
year.
then they got rid of Dwayne Haskins and put in Kyle Allen.
Right, but I think like this year it would make more sense because if they're planning on going with like a Ryan Fitzpatrick, then like you're not losing any like I really wanted to see what this young guy had. You're not losing any of that. So I think it makes more sense this year. I don't want to turn the show into about the vaccination, but Cam Newton being unvaccinated is killing his opportunity to join a team.
You come into to try out for the team and see your physical and stuff. We got to put you out into the side.
I don't think he'll do it.
I
don't think he'll get
you gotta
vaccinated.
Wait 5 days.
He got to wait 5 days and get all negatives.
I don't think he's gonna do it. I think he might be out the league. Yeah, he might be out the league.
I hate to say it too, man, because like I love Cam. Like Cam is one of my favorite players, but it just seems like, for someone that's got the money that he does, like he can afford he can afford to live a healthy lifestyle. He's chosen a very healthy lifestyle. He's not someone that a vaccine, I get the stigma especially within the Black community, right?
Yeah.
With vaccination. Like there's a lot of history there, and it's not wrong to have like a hesitancy to trusting like American health and telling the Black community, no, this is good, even though we're trying something on you.
He got $1 million check on the line, over $1 million. But you better take that needle.
But bro, he's
already
like, you know what I'm saying? He's rich. The Black community has like a 70% hesitancy.
Money though.
Yeah, but it's 70% of Black people are hesitant against it, and he's a multi-millionaire already. So
I feel like that's a little misleading though, Devin, because
I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they say.
The Black community is one of the highest vaccinated communities in America. So there was an initial hesitancy, but it's been fine. And again, the reason why American health has routinely failed Black America is because of all the other issues that affect Black America. It's
exactly
those compound health issues. Whether
it's really the lack of the lack of
healthy foods or all these other things that have been taken out of Black communities in the past. That's what plays a lot into the whatever. I think that's gonna. I think it's really hurting Cam Newton.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Get vaccinated, man. I want to see you ball out again.
I don't think he's gonna do it.
We didn't talk about it with the AFC East. But the Dolphins got the Patriots week 1. I have never wanted the Dolphins to shut out a team this badly in my life. It hurt me. It hurt me so bad watching Cam Newton. It hurt me so bad watching Cam Newton go to the Patriots, but then to see the Patriots do him dirty. Oh man! Oh my! Oh, I want Mac Jones to look so
They didn't do Cam dirty.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
There's not
Belichick did him a favor. Belichick did him a favor.
I mean, if you're not going to start him, I guess
he's just not the type of quarterback that Bill Belichick's used to. He likes a prototypical pro-style quarterback, and Mac Jones proved enough that he could do that, and he learned the playbook well enough. But what happened was Cam Newton did hurt himself. And then Mac Jones got some more time on the field. So then it was like, hey, man, this dude look like he can do it a little bit. We don't really need you, Cam.
I've had to pay a lot of attention to the Patriots in a long time. You know that nothing ever gets out of that organization unless they want it to.
That's true.
Once you saw that all this stuff happening with Cam Newton, it was a misunderstanding. Cam did something wrong. The Patriots did all that.
That part I will give you. That was real iffy.
You can
go off-site and get you an off-site COVID test. Oh, wait, no, actually, you can't do that. You got to sit out 5 days.
You think Bill Belichick didn't know the rules like the back of his fucking hand? Not a fucking
I totally agree with that.
And Cam Newton was the...
They was like, Cam Newton was winning that job for sure. And then they were like,
started every preseason game, played well against starters. Mac Jones, albeit did look good, but against 2s and 3s, and then you're going to say he beat out Cam?
No, he definitely didn't beat Cam out in the way.
And It's just a matter of Mac Jones is good enough where Belichick just wants to run with it, which is fine.
Facts.
But that's and that's why you see all these teams that want to start their rookie. Look at the Jets. Look at the Jaguars. They get rid of any competent veteran backup because they're going to be better than a rookie. That's why Andy Dalton is starting for the Bears. He is better than Justin Fields right now.
Exactly.
But some teams want to start the learning process, which is fine. And that's what the Patriots did. But don't try and sell me some bullshit that Mac Jones beat Cam Newton.
Yeah, it's not.
Not a fucking prayer did a rookie beat a former MVP.
Yeah, they sound like they're trying to like literally say like they're trying to blackball him, say, hey, I gave you a chance to do this. Oh, well, you don't want to get vaccinated. Because isn't like Cam a vegan and all this other stuff like that too? Like that's like
so he lives a very healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
My point is like why he just should get the vaccine.
Yeah.
Like
but
get it so to not give people an excuse.
But he's vegan though.
I mean,
that's
he's
why
got the choice to be able to take it.
But the vegans are that's a whole
his choice. I disagree with it. You have to live with the consequences of it. But whatever.
You're right. The thing. You're right. He probably don't want nothing foreign that's not naturally made from the earth.
Bro, being vegan is a different.
It is
like,
naturally made. From
no. You're right. But you know how they're gonna say like when it comes to like vegans, they're a different animal, bro. Like I used to be plant based.
Some are, and Cam Newton definitely Cam Newton strikes me as one that would be different. But okay, back to the picks.
I think he's
too far off topic. I'm also picking Washington to win the NFC East. But I want to break it down a little further because I want to make sure that you understand that you, Joe, understand how low I think of your Cowboys. I have the Giants. The Giants are coming in second.
Oh, no way. No way.
The Cowboys will fight with the Eagles for third. The Cowboys will get third. The Eagles are going to be a dumpster fire.
They're not even 100% healthy yet. You telling me Daniel Jones is going to outplay Dak Prescott?
No, that's not. No, obviously Dak Prescott is better than Daniel Jones, but the Cowboys aren't going to be able to play a lick of defense. And here's my thing with Dak:
it's going to be better.
It's going to be better, but Dak still has to be able to score points when the game is actually close. Like I don't care about him throwing for no 400 yards because he got down 31-3. I'm not trying to hear all that. I don't care about that.
You didn't see Ezekiel? Ezekiel looking ripped, man. He done lost some weight.
You know, shout out St. Louis, Ezekiel Elliott. But
he's been pretty average the last 2 years, though. I'm gonna need him to do something.
Offensive line, just saw today Zach Martin got COVID, so he's out for the opener.
Yeah, the offensive line was just finally getting healthy again too.
So I got the Giants second. Just want to make sure that you knew that I was picking the Giants second. But what do you think, Devion? You want to hear some wild cards? What do you think?
Hold on, Joe. Hold on, I gotta get weak. I gotta like throw this.
That's messed up, though. That's crazy.
So Joe, you got Dallas in second. You don't want to. You want
Dallas in second.
You want to spar off with him, like throw a couple balls at him for disrespect.
It's how disrespectful, man. I'm definitely taking Dallas. Offense, some receivers. The offense overall is good. It's not great. I mean, Dak Prescott's not the greatest quarterback. He kind of reminds me of Alex Smith a little bit. That defense is going to be better. The defense has some top picks that's supposed to be developing better than they have, and they haven't yet. It's got to happen. It's got to happen.
It just sounds like Dallas every year. Oh, these guys are going to play a lot better this year. I promise you that. Yeah.
I was about to give you some props, Joe, because I was like, it sounds like you've been a little honest. Then I heard that fan come out.
Yeah, and then taking the Eagles third. I like Jalen Hurts. The Eagles are a good team. Yeah. They just
wait. You got the Eagles third?
Eagles third. I'm taking the Giants last.
Oh my god!
Taking the Giants last.
That's why I wanted to hear you say that because I know it. I hate it.
Last. Saquon Barkley was coming into the season healthy. I'd be a little different. Jones just ain't that dude. He's athletic, but he's just not that dude to me. He's not the quarterback. He cool. But he's probably the worst. I would say he's the worst quarterback in the division.
All right, we done with this, bro. Now the fan came out. I just wanted to hear it. I just had to hear it for my sake, bro. I had to. Let's go to the wild cards. Now this sounds like this gonna be the real excitement right here.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be tough.
All right, let's start with the AFC, Joe.
AFC?
Give me your AFC wild cards.
I'm taking the Ravens. I think they had the Steelers second. But the Ravens are still gonna have a good record. They just won't be the top 2 teams. So they'll be the wild card. And then I'm going to take the Raiders as well. I think the Raiders will make it. Ooh, and then lastly,
This delusion.
Man.
Hold on, Raiders and who else?
Raiders and Ravens. And then I'm going to take the Colts to take the last spot.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I wouldn't expect
The
that,
Raiders.
my boy.
Yes, sir. I told you the Raiders.
I wouldn't expect that from you.
All right, this is not in any particular order, but the Dolphins are making the fucking playoffs. The Dolphins are going to be a wild card team.
Here we go.
They were a Week 17 win away from being a wild card team last year, and they got vastly better.
I get it.
I got the Colts, like you do, Joe, and then I got the Browns.
Ooh, you got the Browns coming in third in that division, or second?
Second. Yeah, I got the Ravens winning the division. Browns will get the wild card. No Steelers this year. The Steelers will still probably manage to come out around 8-9 wins. I just don't think it's going to be good enough to make the playoffs. All right, Joe. NFC.
I am taking Packers are going to make it, so that's facts. I'm taking the Rams, the 49ers.
Rams, 49ers.
And them Cowboys. Let's go.
All right. Joe. I think you're gonna have to take the Cowboys back, because I just want to point out that you had the Saints winning the NFC South. So you're saying the defending champion Tampa Bay Bucks are going to miss the playoffs.
You're right. I'm going to have to put the Bucks in there. You're right. The Bucks going to make.
I'm going to save you from yourself there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Bucks going to make that. I appreciate that.
All right. So I've pretty much got the same list, except I had the Saints not winning the division. So I've got the Saints winning a wild card, and then Seahawks and 49ers. So we got the same teams in the NFC, just slotted a little differently. But
my God.
Seahawks, Saints, 49ers, my wild card teams.
2 teams from the NFC West. We both got 2 teams from the NFC West.
Well, I mean, we know the NFC North's not going to have no fucking wild card.
Nope. Just the Packers. Go get that bye.
NFC East definitely ain't going to have one. The debate was Saints versus Cardinals. That was really the debate for me.
Oh man.
Ooh, yeah, because the Cardinals are going to be good, man. I think they're going to be good. That offense.
I just think with having to play those guys in the division,
that's going to be the hard part.
It's gonna put so many extra losses on their record. I think that's the issue there.
I give you that.
Man, this is gonna be a good day for me. We are agreeing on stuff. People agreeing. This don't ever happen. All right, let's see. Super Bowl pick. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Let me guess. Hold on. Let me try to take a good guess. Hold on. What y'all would say? I'm trying to see.
I'm gonna do this.
I don't even want to guess. I think I'm gonna get it wrong, cause I feel like y'all gonna pick something wild. I really think y'all gonna pick something wild. I think y'all gonna pick at least one wild one. Let's see. Let me do a flip.
All right.
Hold on. Salt, pepper. Will, you go first. You look a little bit more anxious.
All right. I got the Rams playing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Chiefs, not surprising. Rams may surprise some people. I don't know.
That's gonna be right.
But I got Rams and Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I'm a lean Rams to win.
Had you picking them. Low-key, I had you picking them. That is crazy.
Man.
You are the one I ain't gonna get right.
Man, actually, I was gonna pick the Rams Chiefs, but he just picked it, so now I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. Picking the Rams and the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. The Rams gonna win the Super Bowl, but the Buffalo gonna get back to the Super Bowl. You can write that down, Will.
Oh, I've been writing everything down. Don't worry.
Guarantee.
I got it right.
Rams.
So the Bills will continue their tradition of losing Super Bowls.
Yeah, I didn't say they're gonna win it. They just get there. Exactly.
Bro,
yes.
Yeah, Cowboys fan.
Yes.
You want to see an upset somewhere, don't you? You want to see history be made or something, don't you?
somebody doing voodoo on the Cowboys. Something gonna happen. Like they could go 16, 17-0. Something gonna happen.
Well, I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna say. I said off air what I think with the Cowboys because it's gonna be fucked up. What I'm gonna say, so I don't even want to go there. Like off camera, I said, but I ain't gonna say it off camera. I promise. So y'all okay? So I was about to say the Rams and the Chiefs. I thought that's what y'all was gonna say. So you really want to say the same thing as Will, but I feel you. So Will, put an asterisk next to it.
I really do think the Bills going to be competition for the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Why?
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
if the Bills get home field advantage
and
it's snowing, it's a wrap.
Bro,
that definitely ain't happening. I mean, it's gonna hurt the Bills just as much. They play the same style. They don't run the fucking ball.
But they're used to the cold.
Whatever. But
all
right, y'all.
That is crazy. Hold on. A Cubs fan is telling you this is not gonna happen for the Bills. You might want to listen to him, bro. They went through.
He got his.
Bro, they went through a million.
What is my Cubs fan?
I'm just saying, bro. Y'all went. Bro,
4 years ago. Now y'all got
no. They went through a million years of like hell. Like he knows what it feels like to go through that. I'm gonna take his
success, and then they said, "Nah, we done."
Bro, they nice
at least they're not the fucking Cardinals who are a 500 team, but they keep trying to give away their prospects for fucking old superstars.
Man,
couldn't be me.
Hey, I'm not a Cardinals fan like that.
Don't say that. Don't say that out in these streets, bro. Boy. Don't say that in the streets.
They be doing that all the money in the world, but they go out there and get agent stars like Goldschmidt, and then get Arenado when they know he's not going to stay because they suck.
Ooh, St. Louis fan, not a Cardinals fan, boy. You gonna get You gonna get mugged out in these streets, boy.
Let's end it on that one. I like that. End it on dissing the Cardinals. All right, y'all. 3 and a possible NFL season right around the corner.
Great sponsors though for the Charlie Tuna Show. $5.90.
Oh my god, gotta get the business taken care of. All right, y'all. Have a good rest of your Labor Day weekend.